Have you ever pondered what could be subtly sabotaging your emotional well-being? It's not always the significant life events that impact our emotions. Sometimes it's the daily habits that silently erode our emotional health. Today, we delve into 10 damaging habits that might be affecting your emotional well-being. First on the list is suppressing emotions. Does the phrase "bottle it up" sound familiar? Continually holding back emotions like anger, sadness, or stress can lead to an emotional pressure cooker situation, potentially wreaking havoc on your mental health. Next, we have excessive perfectionism. When you're setting standards as high as the sky, you're setting yourself up for a fall. The stress, anxiety, and low self-esteem that come from constantly striving for perfection can be detrimental to your emotional well-being. Thirdly, social isolation is a silent killer. Avoiding social interactions and spending too much time alone can amplify feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety. The fourth habit is excessive guilt. Dwelling on past mistakes and harboring guilt can damage your self-esteem and lead to emotional stress. Fifth, lack of self-care. When you neglect your own needs, both physically and mentally, you increase the risk of fatigue, stress, and depression. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Next, negative thinking patterns. If your glass is always half empty instead of half full, this can affect your mood and trigger feelings of anxiety or sadness. Seventh, avoiding confrontation. If you're always sidestepping problems instead of facing them, you're accumulating negative emotions and internal conflicts. Eighth, excessive social media consumption. Spending hours scrolling through feeds and comparing yourself to others can damage your self-esteem and trigger feelings of inadequacy. The ninth habit is a lack of self-appreciation. When you fail to acknowledge your own achievements and accomplishments, you're paving the way for feelings of low self-worth and a loss of motivation. Finally, constant comparison to others. If you're always measuring your life against others, you're breeding dissatisfaction and increasing feelings of jealousy or inadequacy. To recap, suppressing emotions, excessive perfectionism, social isolation, excessive guilt, lack of self-care, negative thinking patterns, avoiding confrontation, excessive social media consumption, lack of self-appreciation, and constant comparison to others are 10 habits that can damage your emotional well-being. It's crucial to identify these habits and find healthier ways to manage them. This is the first step towards better emotional health. If you find it challenging to tackle these habits, don't hesitate to seek guidance from a mental health professional. Remember, your emotional well-being is a cornerstone of your overall health and happiness.